All right, so we're diving into Lucid Manuscripts today, the debut album from Keeno Worldwide.
Yeah.
It came out back in 2015, but it just hit streaming platforms. So, you know, a lot of people are going to be hearing it for the first time.
Yeah.
I think it's worth a deep dive because
Definitely.
it's pretty interesting how this all came together.
Yeah.
You know, we're talking Keeno's own style mixed with some pretty big names like B.I.G K.R.I.T.
Yeah, for sure.
And even a spoken word piece with Maya Angelou.
That's right. Yeah. Lucid Manuscripts. It really like maps Keeno's growth as an artist. You can hear him developing as a composer, like a recording artist, even a music producer, you know?
Yeah.
It's not just an album, you know, it's really like a journey.
Okay, so let's take that journey then.
Right.
Track 1, For Evan Day theme.
Right.
And right away, you hear that B.I.G K.R.I.T production.
Oh, yeah.
That southern hip-hop sound sets the tone for the whole thing.
Yeah, it does. And then we jump into back in primary track 2.
Right.
And it's like a complete flip of the script, you know?
Yeah.
Maya Angelou on a track with Keeno Worldwide. I mean,
I was floored when I saw her name on there.
yeah.
I mean, how did that even happen?
Right, like did he seek her out or did she see something in his music?
Yeah.
And Vebgosa does the production on that one.
Really?
It's real smooth, almost ethereal, you know.
Yeah.
It really works with her words.
It's a really good question, and it kind of speaks to the whole collaborative nature of the album.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it wasn't just Keeno, you know, locked away in a studio by himself.
Yeah.
He brought all these different people and perspectives in.
Exactly.
To shape the sound.
Yeah.
Then we go into Good Times and Red Eye, and it's like that B.I.G K.R.I.T influence is just undeniable.
Right. You get those classic Southern vibes, but, you know, mixed with Keeno's introspective lyrics and wordplay. Yeah, I mean, there's a depth there that you don't always hear in hip-hop, you know?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's all bravado, but Keeno, he's got lines like in Red Eye, he says, street lights flicker, mirror my desires burning bright, then fading out like dying fires.
Oh, wow.
You know, there's some melancholy there, some reflection.
Yeah. And it's not even just the lyrics.
Yeah.
It's K.R.I.T's production is just so smooth and infectious.
Yeah.
Do you think there was like a mentorship thing going on there?
I think so, yeah.
Because you can hear how much Keeno absorbed from his style, but he's still doing his own thing.
Yeah.
It's like a conversation between them almost.
Yeah, I think so. Each one influencing the other, you know? And then, you know, we get a bit of a pause.
Okay.
K-Dream's interlude.
Right.
Creates like a shift in mood.
Yeah, definitely. Like the whole album's taking a breath.
Yeah.
Before it keeps going, you know? Do you think that interlude is like purely instrumental?
That's a good question.
Or does he have lyrics too?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'd have to listen closer.
Yeah. Does it offer like a window into Keeno's mind? Or is it just creating this soundscape?
Yeah.
Okay. So then we get to this track that really caught my ear. Lucid Manuscripts. Forest Hills Drive intro. Remix.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
Keeno takes J. Cole's intro and flips it into something totally new.
Right. It's a bold move, you know, reimagining a track like that.
It really highlights his versatility.
Yeah, for sure.
Like he's paying homage to his influences, but he's still carving out his own lane, you know?
Yeah.
It makes you wonder what J. Cole thought of it.
I know, right?
Yeah.
We should ask him sometime.
He doesn't stop there, though.
Yep.
Memories remix, produced by BL at CKBOX.
Right.
And then Xenophobia changes remix.
Yeah.
That one's produced by Big D the Impossible. He's working with all these different producers.
Yeah.
What do you think draws him to that?
I think it's like he's piecing together a sonic tapestry.
Okay.
You know, like pulling from all these different corners of the music world.
Yeah.
And it all comes together through his vision.
Yeah, it's not just a random collection of tracks at all.
Yeah.
There's a purpose driving the whole thing.
Right.
And it's not even just producers.
Yeah.
It's poets, rappers, singers, instrumentalists. Like, it's this incredible mix.
It really is.
Yeah, it prevents the album from getting stale or predictable.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, you never know what's coming next.
But it all still feels cohesive, you know? Like, it all belongs together.
It's like he's saying, this is who I am. This is the world I want to create.
Yeah, and that world is expansive.
Yeah.
It's constantly evolving, you know,
full
of surprises.
I can't wait to dig into some of these tracks even more.
Me too.
There's so much to uncover.
Yeah.
It really is. So we were just talking about all these different sounds and collaborators on Lucid Manuscripts.
Yeah.
It's like he's creating this conversation with music, you know? And I think one of the most striking voices in that conversation has got to be Maya Angelou's on Back in Primary.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's incredible how her words, you know, steeped in history and experience, blend with Keeno's more contemporary sound. It speaks to the timelessness of her poetry, you know, and the universality of her message, really.
And it's interesting how the music really complements her words.
Yeah.
Vebgosa's production on that track, it's so subtle and atmospheric.
Yeah.
Like, it creates this space for reflection.
It's a very intentional soundscape.
Yeah.
You can tell that every element was carefully considered to create the right mood.
Right.
And support Maya Angelou's powerful delivery, you know.
Do you think Vebgosa was, like, specifically chosen for that track?
Maybe so.
Because of his ability to create those kinds of soundscapes?
It's possible.
Yeah.
I mean, he's definitely known for that.
It highlights how important the producer is.
Yeah.
The overall feel of a track, you know.
Absolutely.
And speaking of producers, we talked about B.I.G K.R.I.T's influence.
Right.
But there's another producer that really caught my ear.
Oh, yeah.
Terrace Martin on TikTok.
Oh, yeah. Terrace Martin, he's brilliant.
Yeah.
He's worked with, like, everybody in hip-hop and jazz, you know.
Yeah.
Having him on the album adds another layer of depth and sophistication.
Totally agree. And TikTok is such an interesting track.
Yeah.
It's got this laid-back, almost jazzy vibe. But it still feels undeniably hip-hop.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
It shows Keeno's not afraid to experiment and push boundaries.
Absolutely.
And that willingness to experiment is like a recurring theme throughout the album.
Yeah.
From the introspective lyrics
to
all these different producers. He even includes like a snippet of a track called Run-In.
Oh, yeah.
It makes you wonder what direction he would have taken it.
Yeah, it leaves you wanting more.
Yeah.
Like, what happened to the rest of that song?
Right. Like, it's just this little tease into another side of his creative process.
Exactly.
Makes you realize Lucid Manuscripts is really just a snapshot of his artistry.
Yeah.
At a particular moment in time. You know, like, how do you think his sound has evolved since then?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Like, looking back on it now, do you think Lucid Manuscripts is more of a culmination of his early influences?
Okay.
Or is it like a signpost pointing towards where he would go next?
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
I think it's probably a bit of both. You can definitely hear the influences of like B.I.G K.R.I.T and J. Cole.
Right.
But there's also like a distinct sense of Keeno's individual style emerging.
Yeah.
Especially in tracks like Xenophobia, Changes Remix.
Oh, yeah. That one's interesting.
Feels particularly forward-thinking.
Yeah.
Musically and lyrically.
Xenophobia is definitely a standout track for me.
Yeah.
It tackles some complex themes, you know.
Right.
And it does so with a lot of nuance and thoughtfulness.
Yeah. It shows Keeno isn't just interested in making catchy music.
Right.
Like, he wants to use his platform to address important issues.
It does.
And the way he weaves those issues into his music is really clever.
Yeah.
It's not preachy or heavy-handed. It's just like woven into the fabric of the song.
Right.
You know, it makes you think and feel at the same time.
Exactly. He's not telling you what to think.
Right.
He's inviting you to have a conversation.
Yeah.
And that's what I appreciate about Lucid Manuscripts as a whole. It's not just an album you listen to.
Right.
It's an album you engage with.
I completely agree. It's an album that rewards repeated listens.
It does.
You pick up on new details and layers each time you hear it.
Yeah.
It's a testament to his artistry. You know?
He is.
He's crafting something with depth and substance.
It's not just surface level, you know?
Right.
There's something more there.
And it's interesting how he manages to balance that depth.
Yeah.
With this sense of playfulness and experimentation. There's like a lightness to the album.
Right.
A sense of joy in the music-making process that's infectious.
Yeah, you can hear it in the way he plays with different sounds and styles.
Right.
And in the way he incorporates unexpected elements.
Yeah.
Like the Maya Angelou collaboration.
It would have been so easy for him to play it safe.
Right.
And just make a straightforward hip-hop album.
Yeah.
But he chose to take risks. Push boundaries.
And I think that's what makes it so compelling.
Totally.
It's a reminder that music can be both challenging and enjoyable.
Right.
Thought-provoking and entertaining, you know?
It's a testament to his vision as an artist.
Yeah.
He's not afraid to be different, to be vulnerable, to be himself.
And that authenticity shines through.
So we've talked about the individual tracks.
Yeah.
The production, the collaborations, the themes.
Right.
But stepping back.
Yeah.
What do you think is the lasting impact of Lucid Manuscripts?
That's a great question.
What kind of statement does it make about Keeno Worldwide as an artist?
I think it solidifies his place as an innovator and a visionary within the music industry. It showcases his ability to blend genres, to collaborate with diverse artists, and to create music that's both personal and universal.
It's a statement of arrival. It says, I'm here and I'm a force to be reckoned with.
But it's not a brash or arrogant statement.
Right.
It's a statement of confidence.
Yeah.
Of self-assurance and of a deep belief in the power of music to connect and inspire.
I love that.
Yeah.
And I think that's what resonates most with listeners.
Yeah.
You can hear the passion, the dedication in his music, feel the sincerity in his lyrics.
And that authenticity is what makes it so special.
Even all these years later.
Yeah.
It's an album that has stood the test of time.
It has.
And now that it's on streaming platforms, a whole new generation of listeners have the chance to discover it.
That's exciting.
And experience its magic.
Yeah. Lucid Manuscripts has the potential to reach an even wider audience.
Right.
And to continue to inspire and captivate music lovers for years to come.
And that brings us to our final thoughts on this deep dive.
Yeah.
We've explored the tracks, the collaborations, the production, the themes, the lasting impact of Lucid Manuscripts. But now we want to hear from you, the listener.
What did you take away from this album?
What resonated with you the most?
What questions or thoughts did it spark in your mind?
We encourage you to share your reflections in the comments or on social media.
We'd love to hear your perspectives.
Yeah, and continue this conversation.
Because ultimately, the most rewarding part of exploring music is the shared experience, the connection we make with the artist, with each other, and with ourselves.
Right.
And Lucid Manuscripts offers a rich and rewarding tapestry of sounds and ideas to explore and connect with.
So until next time, keep listening, keep exploring, and keep diving deep into the music that moves you.
Thanks for joining us on this journey
through Keeno Worldwide's Lucid Manuscripts. It's funny how Lucid Manuscripts can almost feel nostalgic, but also fresh at the same time. Like, it takes me back to that era of hip-hop.
Yeah.
But it also sounds like it could have been released today.
Right. It's like he tapped into something timeless. He's drawing from his influences, but he's not bound by them. He's creating something new and unique.
Right. And it's not even just the music itself.
Yeah.
It's the whole package, the collaborations, the themes, the artwork.
Aesthetic.
Yeah, the whole aesthetic. It all feels very intentional.
Very carefully curated.
Yeah. Like he had a vision.
Definitely.
And he brought it to life.
He built a world.
Yeah.
And he's inviting you to step inside.
And it's a world worth exploring.
Absolutely.
We've only scratched the surface in this deep dive, but I hope we've at least inspired you to check out Lucid Manuscripts for yourself.
I think anyone who appreciates thoughtful, well-crafted music will really enjoy it.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, I'm kind of left with this one thought.
Okay.
What do you think is the legacy of Lucid Manuscripts?
That's a good question.
How will it be remembered in the grand scheme of things?
I think it'll be remembered as a bold and ambitious debut.
Okay.
A testament to his talent and vision. It's an album that pushed boundaries, sparked conversations, and left a lasting impression on the music landscape.
And it's an album that continues to inspire.
Yeah.
It reminds us that music has the power to connect us, to challenge us, and to open our minds to new possibilities.
So, listener, we encourage you to take this deep dive with us.
Yeah.
Listen to Lucid Manuscripts with fresh ears and see what it reveals to you.
Let us know what you discover.
Yeah, we'd love to hear your thoughts.
And continue this conversation.
Until next time.
Keep exploring the world of music.
And keep diving deep.